Rainy conditions greeted the 1,300 paddlers setting off on the 65th edition of the FNB Dusi Canoe Marathon, and it was a first day of 42 kilometres that took them down to Dusi Bridge. As tradition dictates, this year is a K2 race, and the seeded crews set off across Camp's Drift at a frenetic pace, all intent on reaching Ernie Pierce-Weir first. The two-time winner Hank McGregor and partner Jasper Mocker won the dice, but then a collision with Len Jenkins and Siseko Ntondini spun the 2015 Marathon World Championship silver medalists out and into the reeds at the bottom. This opened the way for Andy Burkett and Lance Keim to take the lead, while McGregor and Mocker had to fight their way back from the very back of the batch, a setback the powerful pair could well do without on a day in which a running prowess often trumps paddling strength. By the day's first portage through Campbell's Farm, Burkett and Keim had the young Moy River pair, brothers Andrew and Alan Houston, on their heels. Further back, Spanelo Kwela and Banesti Nkwesa were easing into the day. Nkwesa still suffering from the effects of an attack in his home in Shongweni 2 months ago that left him with a punctured lung. While Burkett, a 5-time winner of the race and 2014 K1 champion Keim, stayed out of trouble and steadily built on their lead on the medium-flowing river, the fight behind them for the minor placings was intense. The Houston brothers began to pay for their early efforts on the run and were passed by McGregor and Mocker, Kwela and Nkwesa, and 2008 K2 champion Tulani Mbanjwa and the evergreen Sean Rubenstein were also in the mix. The cool, rainy weather made for near-perfect conditions as they ran through the infamous Devil's Cauldron, although the middle and back of the field would find the muddy track tough going later in the day. Through Mission Rapid, Burkett and Keim were faultless and in a comfortable position with a lead of just over 3 minutes. On the final portage of the day at Cabbage Tree, the running strength of Kwela and Nkwesa came to the fore as they powered past McGregor and Mocker. But once back on the water, they were unable to hold the wave of two of the very best paddlers in the world. At the Stage 1 finish at the dry but overcast Dusi Bridge, Andy Burkett and Lance Keim took Stage 1 honours after a flawless day's paddling.
For sure, just to be ahead, I think is a goal achieved for us. We weren't sure what was going to happen today, so to have a slight lead going to day 2 is great. But you can't be too excited and too complacent. You can't make mistakes tomorrow, and still 2 long days to go.
The women's race saw a field of 24 teams start 20 minutes after the A-Batch men. The only swimmers on early Pierce-Weir were Tamika Hoare and Alex Adey. Up front, an early surge by Abby Solms and Anna Koziskova put them in charge of proceedings. Solms is a 6-time runner-up at Dusi, and Koziskova from the Czech Republic is the current world marathon champion. The chasers were made up of juniors Kanna Peak and Kata Purchase, Jenna Ward and her Hungarian partner Vanda Kiskeli, the under-23 world marathon champion, and Hoare and Adey. There was little to choose between the 3 crews as they battled it out for 2nd, 3rd and 4th on a river that had delivered better than expected flow of water thanks to a release from the Henley Dam overnight. Solms and Koziskova were utterly dominant in and out of the water and opened up a significant lead, eventually crossing the finish line in a shade over 3 hours and 5 seconds. The tussle for 2nd was won by Peak and Purchase, who finished 31 seconds ahead of Hoare and Adey.
I think our motto is just to sort of go out hard and not look back, so we just went at our own race pace, own plan, and didn't really worry about the girls behind.